Hey Soul Family, welcome to Spiritual Manifestation. If you're new here, I'm so glad to have you, and if you've been here before, welcome home. Today, I've got a really powerful reading for you, and I can't wait to dive into it. I hope you've been doing really well this week, and as always, I would love to hear from you in the comments if you feel guided to share how you've been feeling with the energies lately. Your experiences are always so meaningful, and it's beautiful to connect with each of you. All right, so I'm going to begin today by shuffling the energy oracle cards. Right away, I'm picking up on the name Elizabeth, or perhaps the initials E, L, P, J, or M could hold significance for someone tuning in. I'm also seeing something about a butterfly, so that may be relevant for someone here. Let's go ahead and shuffle the cards and see what comes through. Wow, okay, a few cards just flew out right away, and these are two very powerful energies to kick off the reading. We've pulled the man holding a heart alongside the strategy card. For some reason, I'm hearing the words love triangle, so this could resonate for some of you listening. As always, remember to trust your intuition and only take the messages that deeply resonate with your personal and spiritual journey. A message that's coming through very strongly for someone here is that there's a sort of spiritual love triangle unfolding. When I say spiritual love triangle, I mean that even if this situation has physically manifested, meaning you've met both of the other individuals involved in this connection, what's really happening at a soul level between the three of you is what's taking center stage here. I keep hearing that these two souls, who are deeply connected to you on a spiritual level, are almost in a push and pull dynamic, fighting for your heart and your attention. There's a sense of emotional intensity here, like the ebb and flow of ocean waves. Water is definitely significant. I'm seeing waves, the ocean, something tied to emotions or subconscious depths. I also got the name John for someone listening. What I'm sensing is that one of these souls is someone you may have held onto for a long time, perhaps clinging to the energy of this connection, even as the tides seem to shift around you. Someone here feels like they've made a monumental mistake, a choice that altered the entire course of their life. They were listening to the wrong voices, allowing outside influences to cloud their judgment. Now they're realizing the weight of that decision, feeling like it's set everything on a different path. There's someone close to them, someone who has been deliberately trying to interfere with this connection, trying to plant seeds of doubt and confusion. It's as if this person has been subtly whispering in their ear, steering them away from the truth of what they feel. This is no ordinary connection. With the man holding a heart card, it's clear there's a profound soul bond here, one that goes far beyond the physical. The telepathic energy between you two is undeniable. You pick up on each other's emotions, even thoughts, without needing to speak. The connection feels ancient, like it spans across lifetimes. This is someone who has walked with you in every incarnation, and even now, despite the distance, they feel like they truly know the essence of who you are, like two pieces of a puzzle fitting together perfectly. I keep seeing the numbers 1111, a sign that this connection is divinely guided, but something happened. This person, at one point, ghosted or distanced themselves from you. One day, everything seemed to be flowing smoothly, and then out of nowhere, I saw the time flash 1:43, symbolizing I love you. and their energy shifted. They pulled away suddenly, leaving you questioning what went wrong. What you don't realize is that someone in their inner circle, or even a group of people, has been working hard to get inside their head, opposing this connection. They do not agree with the bond the two of you share. This feels like a twin flame connection, and like many twin flames, there's an immense amount of conflict surrounding your union. Despite all the challenges, there's an undeniable knowing that this connection feels right. Now, don't get me wrong, this person has genuinely tried to move on. They've tried to meet new people, and this is someone who knows a lot of people. They seem to be well connected, maybe even popular in their circles, or perhaps they just encounter many people in their everyday life. But here's the thing, they've never met anyone quite like you. No one even comes close. They've tried to move forward, to distract themselves, but no one equals you. No one has that same energy, that same magnetic pull, or makes them feel the way you do. I just saw 313 flash in my mind, a reminder of alignment, and it's clear that despite all their attempts to move on, this person is deeply unsatisfied right now. It's as if they can't even bring themselves to genuinely connect with anyone else because their mind and heart are so laser focused on you and this connection. It's like trying to quench their thirst with something that doesn't satisfy. The more they try, the more they realize that nothing and no one compares to what they feel for you. So here's what's really happening. You have one person who is starting to wake up to the fact that they made a huge mistake by not treating you the way you deserved. They didn't meet your needs, didn't give you what you truly deserved, and now they're realizing the weight of that. On the other hand, there's someone else who has been called into your life, almost as a potential replacement or as another option, another offer from the universe. And now, energetically, these two souls are both vying for your attention. Even if these two people don't know each other in the physical world, it feels like on a spiritual level, they are both fighting for your energy, your connection. This might be causing you to feel conflicted or unsure about which direction to take, which way to go. It's as though their energies are pulling you in different directions, and you're left with this internal tension that's manifesting as indecision or uncertainty. I keep seeing the number 5. It could be someone's birth month or life path number, something tied to this situation. But there's more to uncover here about this so-called love triangle, about the two people in your energy who seem to be spiritually competing for your heart. Let's dive deeper into this and see what else comes through. All right, so the first card we have is the 5th chakra Archangel Gabriel, which speaks to divine communication and chance encounters that are about to unfold in your life. If you haven't yet met both of these individuals, know that a fateful meeting is right around the corner, likely sooner than you expect. It will feel almost magical, like the universe has orchestrated this perfect moment. For those of you who have already crossed paths with both individuals, you may have noticed that the way you met them felt anything but ordinary. There was an undeniable sense that these meetings were destined, that you were meant to connect with them because of a strong soul tie. Now, as I always remind you, I channel a variety of hyper-specific messages for different groups of people. So if this doesn't resonate for you, if you don't feel the presence of two people in your energy, take what does connect. For some of you, this may even pertain to just one person, rather than two. Next, we've pulled the Broken Heart card in the reverse position, which brings up a significant past connection. With one of these individuals, I'm picking up a very strong sense of unrequited love or emotional imbalance. This person may have failed to protect your heart, leaving you feeling vulnerable or hurt. I'm hearing that they didn't step into the spiritual role they were meant to play within this connection. It's as though they were meant to guide or nurture you on this journey, but instead, they fell short of fulfilling those spiritual duties. This left a void in the connection, one where you may have felt unsupported or unrecognized for the love and energy you were giving. Now, for many of you tuning in, I'm sensing that you resonate as the divine feminine, while these two individuals showing up in your energy are most likely carrying a masculine energy. What's coming through really strongly is that one of these people stayed on the sidelines, very much on the fence when it came to fully committing to this connection. I'm being shown a clock by my guides, which signifies that a lot of time has passed without any real movement forward. This person hesitated, biding their time, unsure whether to open their heart and soul to you. It's almost as though they've been waiting for some perfect moment that never quite arrives, leaving you in a space of waiting, possibly even frustration, because they never fully stepped into their role in this connection. This hesitation has created a tension that's still lingering, and for many of you, this person's indecision may have been one of the most challenging aspects of this connection, especially when paired with the undeniable pull you feel toward them. There may have been a physical commitment between the two of you, perhaps even a full-fledged relationship at one point, but deep down, you could always sense that this person's heart wasn't fully in it. It was as though they were holding something back, not going all in for this connection. For some of you, this may have manifested in the most painful way, this masculine energy allowing other, lower vibrational feminine energies to infiltrate what was meant to be a sacred and soul-based bond between the two of you. It feels like their attention was divided, and that division caused immense hurt. I'm picking up on a lot of pain surrounding your past with this person, and it all stems from the fact that their heart was closed off, guarded. They weren't able to fully embrace the connection, leaving you with the feeling that something vital was missing. The Deceit card has come up in reverse here, which tells me you may have ultimately felt like this was a broken dream, something that just wasn't going to materialize the way you had hoped. Perhaps you reached a point where you had no choice but to surrender, to emotionally or mentally let go of this situation in order to move forward with your life. But here's the irony in all of this. The moment you decided to release this person, whether it was mentally, emotionally, or for some of you, even physically walking away, it became a massive wake-up call for them. It's like your decision to let go shook something inside of them, and now I'm seeing that they're jumping into action, realizing what they've lost. But the question you're faced with now is this too late for you? After all the pain and all the waiting, does this feel like an option you still want to entertain? Or has the moment passed, leaving this chapter closed? It's up to you to decide whether the connection is something you're still open to exploring, or if it feels like the opportunity has already slipped away. Whether or not this person has shown any signs of taking action in the physical realm, I can see that energetically, they are shifting into that mode. It's like they've been jolted awake, but here's the key. It took you deciding to walk away, to surrender, to release the attachment to them or to this situation for them to even reach this point. The ironic twist is that when you made that choice to let go, it created a powerful shift in your energy, opening you up in new ways. And because of this, you've now attracted another deeply meaningful, beautiful, romantic connection into your life. This other option is now creating what could feel like a love triangle, a dynamic that you may be navigating, whether you're fully aware of it or not. For some of you, this new connection may not have even materialized yet in the physical. It's very possible that this love triangle is currently playing out mostly on the spiritual plane, and that one of these energies has yet to fully manifest in your life. I do feel strongly, however, that one of these two masculine energies could be your twin flame, while the other may be a very high-level soulmate, someone who has come into your life with a deep and profound connection, one that could easily be mistaken for a twin flame bond. In fact, if you're familiar with twin flame dynamics, you might have found yourself confusing one of these soulmates for your twin flame because the connection between you was so intense, so aligned. A twin flame is a soul you share the exact same core soul frequency with, but a high-level soulmate, while incredibly connected to you, shares a frequency that's just a degree or two off from your own. This subtle difference could lead to confusion, where you might have thought this soulmate was your twin flame. You may even refer to them as a false twin, or question whether they were ever truly your twin flame at all. This internal conflict of trying to discern between the two connections is something you might be grappling with as you navigate these powerful energies. Now, I personally don't resonate with the term false twin because it can imply that there was some kind of mistake or misstep in the connection, when in reality, every person we meet, especially those we are soul contracted or soul bonded with, plays a vital and significant role in our journey. Each connection serves a purpose, and I feel that regardless of what you choose with this first person, this masculine energy that may have initially left you feeling like it was an unrequited love, there's a reason they came into your life. They've served and may still be serving a deeply important purpose for your soul's growth. Whether you decide to move forward with this connection in the physical 3D or choose to release it at this time, it's clear that this bond was never a mistake. Even if this person didn't show up in the way you had hoped, they've helped shape your path and taught you valuable lessons that are important for your soul's evolution. The impact they've had remains significant, regardless of whether or not you continue the relationship on a physical level or let it go and move towards something new. Every connection is meaningful, and their presence has undoubtedly been a key part of your journey. Next, I'm going to start channeling into the purpose of that soul connection, specifically, what this masculine energy is thinking and feeling toward you at a conscious level right now, as well as how this situation could potentially move forward in the future. You mistook a very high-level soulmate for your twin flame, or what some might call a false twin, is because of what we're getting with this other masculine energy. The man holding a heart card has shown up, which is the equivalent of the Lover's card in traditional tarot, representing one of the strongest soul connections possible. My guides are saying that you may have believed you'd already experienced the pinnacle of soul connection with that first person, the one who couldn't fully return your love. But what's coming through is that there's an even deeper level of intimacy and connection that you haven't yet experienced, and it's arriving through this other person. This connection feels incredibly high vibrational, and something I'm getting very strongly is that this person can only meet you at that elevated frequency. Essentially, they are aligned with a higher timeline, and unless you're vibrating at that same high level, it could be easy to miss each other. If you haven't met in the physical yet, this could be why. You're sensing their energy psychically, energetically, without having crossed paths in the 3D. You're tuning into the fact that there's this higher timeline, a higher version of yourself, and it's on that timeline that you are already connected with this person. However, in this physical 3D reality, you may not have fully merged with that higher timeline just yet. But I'm seeing that timeline coming into sharper focus, like the moment before two parallel streams of water finally converge. For some of you, this may be someone new, someone you've met recently, or someone you've been sensing spiritually as this higher timeline begins to merge with your current reality. This merging is bringing in a lot of emotional energy from this connection, whether or not you've physically encountered them yet. If you found yourself suddenly feeling your heart chakra bursting open, like an unexpected wave of creative energy or deep emotion flooding through you, this may be a sign that you're sensing this alignment. You're moving into resonance with that high vibrational timeline where you are destined to connect with this sacred, beautiful, divine counterpart. If you haven't met this masculine yet, this could be the energy of your impending union. Or if you've already crossed paths with them, it may be that you are now aligning with them in a more physical, real-time, and consistent way as your timelines begin to fully merge. So, can I channel more information about this secondary masculine? All right, so we've pulled the second chakra Archangel Ariel card, which speaks directly to your sacral chakra energy. I'm seeing that a significant part of what may have lowered your vibration in the past and potentially blocked your connection to this masculine has been rooted in old child wounding that directly affects your sacral chakra. Now, this won't resonate for everyone, but for many divine feminines, there may be past pain or trauma, especially from childhood, that kept you from being fully present in the moment and deeply connected to your physical body. I'm hearing the word detaching, so this trauma may have caused you to energetically pull away from your body, to emotionally distance yourself from fully experiencing life. But what's coming through is that you've been actively healing this. By reconnecting with your sacral chakra and clearing those blockages, you've been able to raise your vibration significantly. This healing has been the key that was missing. And now it's opening the door for you to connect with this higher vibrational timeline and this divine masculine energy. I'm also hearing that as you connect with this higher timeline, it's incredibly important to stay mindful of any fears or urges that might try to pull you back down. What I mean by this is, as you continue on this path of opening your sacral chakra and aligning more deeply with this higher vibrational timeline, there may be moments of fear or hesitation, particularly around feelings of security or letting go of the familiar past. These fears can arise as you release everything you've known, in order to embrace the present moment fully, allowing it to guide you step by step into this beautiful, almost magical reality that's unfolding. This journey requires a new level of trust, and I'm sensing that as you move deeper into alignment with this higher timeline, you're being asked to surrender more than ever before. It's about releasing the need to control every detail of how things unfold, and instead, trusting the flow of the universe, trusting that the present moment holds all the guidance you need to move forward. It's about allowing yourself to open up fully to that intuitive, magical guidance and leaning into the unknown with faith. I'm also hearing something about flow state manifestation. One of the clearest signs that you are aligning with this higher timeline is that you will begin to experience more frequent periods of creative flow. These are those moments where time seems to dissolve and you feel completely immersed in whatever you're doing, whether it's a conversation, a creative project, or your work. During these moments, you may lose track of time entirely because you're so deeply present. These states of flow are powerful indicators that you're raising your vibration, because when you're in the flow, you're transcending the limitations of the 3D world. Time becomes irrelevant, and you're existing on a much higher frequency, allowing you to manifest and create from a place of pure alignment. Tapping into those flow states as often as possible will be incredibly beneficial in raising and sustaining your frequency at this higher level. This elevated vibration is directly guiding you toward connecting with a very powerful divine counterpart, whether that's a twin flame or, for some of you, a sacred soulmate. But beyond that, this alignment is also leading you toward the manifestation of so many of your heart's desires, possibly in ways you never expected. I say unexpected because it feels like there are certain dreams you may have consciously set aside or even forgotten. These could be things you once asked the universe for, but haven't been actively thinking about. The powerful message coming through here is that while you may have forgotten, the universe certainly hasn't. As you align more deeply with this higher timeline, you're going to be amazed by the things that start showing up in your life, whether it's meaningful interactions, people from your past reappearing, or opportunities arising that you may have long forgotten about. These surprises will arrive in the most beautiful, unexpected ways, reminding you that the universe is always listening and always working behind the scenes. What I'm hearing strongly is that the gateway to these manifestations is allowing your heart to open up fully. We've pulled the door to spirit and healing heart cards, which speak to the significance of healing and releasing any emotional weight or past hurt within your heart chakra. There may still be some unresolved pain that needs to be processed, and the key to moving forward is through creative expression, whether that's through writing, art, or simply allowing yourself to feel your emotions deeply. The message is clear. By feeling and embracing these emotions, you are actively freeing yourself from them. This creates space for the new and transformative energy that's preparing to flow into your life. I'm hearing that well-known yet deeply true saying, "You have to feel it to heal it." Embracing your emotions allows that pent-up energy to remain in motion, giving it the space to release after being trapped for so long. This feels like a core key to keeping yourself vibrating at this higher frequency. The more you allow yourself to feel, the more you're freeing your heart and spirit to elevate. I'm also hearing the word creativity, and tapping into that inner creative energy is going to be so vital. It's about letting your inner child play, explore, and express itself freely. When you give yourself permission to create, whether through art, writing, or any form that feels natural, you're reconnecting with that sacral chakra energy we touched on earlier. This creativity not only helps keep you aligned with your highest self, but also assists in the heart healing process, allowing those long-held heart chakra emotions to flow and release through these creative outlets. All of this comes together to create a powerful shift within. Before you even start to see the physical manifestations of this higher timeline, whether in people, opportunities, or circumstances, the first sign you'll notice is a deep, quiet sense of contentment within your soul. We have the Blossoming Abundance card in reverse, signaling this powerful shift. It's a sign from the universe that you've locked into that higher vibrational frequency, a frequency where your soul feels completely aligned. It's as if you'll feel a deep inner knowing that you're exactly where you're meant to be, because you are. You've tapped into the timeline that already holds the future trajectory of all your heart's desires. I'm also getting a strong message about abundance. There's a tremendous amount of it flowing through this higher timeline. What's interesting is that I didn't initially set out for this to be a future timeline reading, especially since we began with some very love-specific messages. But the energy of abundance, fulfillment, and alignment is so potent here, and the guides are clearly sending these powerful life path messages through this space. I want to thank all of you beautiful souls for co-manifesting these insights and allowing them to flow through into this reading. Your energy is what makes these messages possible. All right, this feels like a beautiful place to bring this reading to a close. The energy coming through has been truly powerful and transformative, and I want to thank you for being open to receive these messages. Remember, you are always aligning with the highest version of yourself, and the abundance and love you seek are already on their way to you. Stay connected with your heart, your creativity, and trust in the divine timing of everything unfolding for you. Thank you for sharing this space with me today, and I look forward to connecting with you again soon.